Hi everyone, welcome to 5-Minute Videos Review for the National Counselor Examination. Today we are going to cover Domain 2, Intake Assessment and Diagnosis, and we are in subcategory C, which states Conduct Cultural Formulation Interview. So first of all, let's talk about what is a cultural formulation interview. This interview is part of the Diagnostic Statistical Manual, which was created by the American Psychiatric Association, and this has really evolved. And it has evolved over time because the field of psychiatric medicine has really noticed a demographic change. For example, um, in their manuscripts, they say that the U.S. is rapidly becoming a majority minority nation, and then they cite U.S. Census data and how that is shifting the needs of psychiatry. So, for this purpose of studying for the NCE, it's important to understand what a cultural formative interview is. And let me give you the breakdown. The cultural formative interview has three components. The first component is a core interview of 16 open-ended questions. Those 16 open-ended questions include prompts for clinicians to understand the cultural contents, and that is divided into four different domains. So the first domain includes the cultural definition of the problem. How do they see the problem within their cultural lens? The second domain includes cultural perceptions of cause, content, context, and support, including cultural identity. So, how do they define it? How do they see it? And how do others within their communities see the issue? The third domain um, in this assessment is the cultural factors that affect self-coping and past help seeking. And then the final domain is the cultural factors that affect current help seeking behaviors. So those domains um, try to address the different cultural components of this assessment, and they also look at how the client views themselves within this problem, so that as a mental health professional, they are able to get a comprehensive understanding and take the cultural factors into consideration. So that is just a glimpse of the cultural formulative interview. But for someone studying for the NCE, it's important to understand, some of the demographic shifts that are happening, how the medical community is adjusting to those shifts, and how these assessments are trying to understand better things that in the past have been largely ignored, or even worse, there's been persecution or stigmatization from the field, um, and that kind of has been a history of psychiatry and mental health in general. So that includes the cultural formulation interview, and that is part of the evolution of the cultural assessment in psychiatry, and that's why we're now in DSM-5, because every time there's a new DSM, they look at updating that information based on new information that they have gathered.